What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. I really apologize. I'm not feeling well. I have bronchitis and I've been coughing a lot, so I don't have my voice. But the show has to keep going because last week I promised you guys that I would bring you an update on the Ugandan election. So that's the only story that I will be able to talk about today. If I don't do anything, then you guys will be worried, like, what happened? So I'm just a little sick. I'm not dying, so I will be fine. So last week, 3 African countries had their elections: Niger, Central African Republic, and of course Uganda. Now, of the 3, the drama was in Uganda. I was so disappointed. That election is far from free and fair, just like the East is from the West. Soldiers and heavily armed policemen were everywhere to intimidate voters. Social media was banned that day in Uganda. How ridiculous. I'm so glad that Ugandans found a way around that. Ballot papers were 6 hours, 7 hours late in several polling stations. And when people protested, soldiers shot tear gas at them.
Some people even came at 5 who have not voted, okay? No ballot papers, okay? This is Kampala, just 3 miles from the commission headquarters.
It was late before so many people could vote. In short, this video rightfully depicts the election that happened in Uganda.
At which he won 14 gold medals.
Yeah, I know. As ridiculous as that is, that's exactly what happened. And you know what baffles me the most is the boldness and the ease with which Museveni manipulated the whole thing. First of all, the main opposition candidate, Kizza Besigye, was arrested 4 times during the election week.
No. Is this man under arrest? We just want to know, please talk to me. You're taking the election. Can you please say he's under
4 times. There were 8 candidates running. Why was he tormenting this man so much? And do you know that this is the 4th election that the man would run against Museveni? So the man has been running against Museveni for the past 12 years. He used to be his medical doctor and then his biggest critic, accusing Museveni of corruption.
A little more than a decade ago, Kizza Besigye was fondly called the Hammer by many of his supporters, Uganda's leading opposition figure, and the nickname after he traversed the country on the campaign trail in 2001.
He ran against Museveni in 2001 and he lost. After that, his movement was being monitored by Museveni, so he sought asylum in South Africa. And then he went back to Uganda in 2005 and ran again in 2006. Days after his arrival for the 2006 election, he was arrested and detained. He was charged with rape. They said he raped some lady in 1997. This was in 2005. When they got to court, all the witnesses, their stories did not match each other, so the judge dismissed the case. So while others were campaigning at that time, he was detained. They released him before the election, but he barely had time to campaign. He tried again in 2011. Security guards would show up and they would shoot tear gas at his rallies. They even shot some of his supporters. And then this was one of those instances where the man was arrested.
It looked more like a movie scene than real life, as police, together with plainclothes security operatives, smashed the windows of Besigye's car. Liquid tear gas in huge amounts was then sprayed inside the car.
You would think they were arresting a terrorist, no, so?
Besigye was bundled into a waiting police pickup truck and whisked off to an unknown destination.
Let him go!
There was even a time that they towed his vehicle. I'm like, you have to tow his... Like, really, the vehicle, is the vehicle also campaigning against Museveni? I don't know. So this year, 2016, was his 4th time of trying. And even after the election, Museveni put the man under house arrest. Now, what I don't understand is what goes on in the minds of the soldiers and heavily armed policemen that Museveni sends each time to arrest this man. Like, do they ever think about the fact that this man may actually become president someday? And when he becomes president, he may deal with us. Like, really? I'm sure he knows their faces by now. All these top officers that have been harassing him for the past 12 years. I'm sure they know what they're doing is not right. Those are army officers and police officers. I can imagine that they also don't want change. 30 years? And it's not as if the man is doing well. And it's so clear that Museveni is not ready to leave office anytime soon.
Are there any plans of changing the term limits for presidency?
We don't believe in term limits.
When you say we, who do you mean we?
We in the NRM, our party.
What about the people of Uganda?
Oh, they voted on it. They have voted for me.
Did you hear that? We don't believe in term limits. Whoa, whoa.
The people who talk of term limits, we don't agree with them. We think they are not really addressing the real issue. The real issues in Africa are not who, they are what.
The real issue is not who, but what. Like, does that even make sense? If the who is corrupt and power hungry, what else can you focus on?
Talking about term limits, about who will sit on this chair. Why don't you talk about the future of Africa?
But that is part of it. People talk about their leaders, and some people think that their leaders shouldn't be there like forever. So that's part of the discussion.
If you don't want them to be there forever, you vote them out.
But how do you vote them out when they keep rigging the election? It's not as if people are not voting. The way I see it, we Africans, we fought so long to be liberated from colonization, only for us to now be colonizing ourselves. So many African countries now, their leaders have refused to leave. As for now, Museveni is again the re-elected president of Uganda for the 5th time. I hear that he's not planning on eradicating term limits completely in the Ugandan constitution. Keep in mind, his wife supports all these things that he's been doing. I don't see her speaking out, even though herself knows this is not right. But you guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I leave today, I'd like to read some of your emails. The first one is from Yusuf Manasseh, and he says, "Hi Adeola, it's actually absurd and preposterous that such amounts is budgeted for the VIP and presidential clinic. Who among the Nigerian elites takes treatment from Nigerian hospitals?" That's so true. The amounts are just there to be siphoned in this change period. No wonder the president said his submission was padded. Thank you very much, my brother. You're absolutely right. The next email is from Jibrin Ladu, and he says, "Hi Adeola, I'm one of your biggest fans. I want to see Kolidowo live and direct. Peace out." Okay. Actually, the whole time that I've been sick this week, I've been trying to convince Kolidowo to do the show. You know, you would think that he will come handy at a time like this. He tells me what to say anyway. I've tried so hard to convince him, but he refused to do the show. Do you mind coming out now to get out? I'm sorry, my brother, Jibrin Ladu. I don't think the guy will come out. What can I say? The next email is from Femi Ojo, and he says, "Hi Adeola, as touching the doctor that treated the lady that I talked about in my last episode, his license should be withdrawn, and he needs to be charged for manslaughter, neglect, and abuse, misuse of power, and acting against the oath he swore at the medical school. Also, what is the government doing to our Naira?" I'm just keeping it real. You're absolutely right. That story really broke my heart. As you guys could tell from the last episode, I really wish that there would be an end to things like that. The next email is from Maduka Austin. This person says, "Hi Adeola, I must tell you that you're doing a good job and God will continue to keep and bless you. We need to continue to expose our African leaders who are bent on corruption and selfish leadership pattern. Thanks and remain blessed." Thank you. I really appreciate it. And the next email is from Raji Enesi Umar, and he says, "Hi Adeola, I shed tears for what the poor Dazan passed through before dying. This lackluster attitude towards the Nigerian citizens still haven't changed. It's high time the government declared free medical treatment for all Nigerian students to save us of this nonsense in the system." Thank you so much. And the next email is from Patience E. Benson. And this person says, "Hi Adeola, I know it's a waste of time writing you Because after almost a year, your first Buhari takes over, you and Dr. Dameji still believe that Goodluck Jonathan is the issue. Your Buhari, the president idiot, promised dollar-naira parity, but little wonder that Buhari can't be blamed for the naira surge. Rather, you blame CBN governor. The Mumu Buhari, who couldn't dissect budget, can't be blamed by you and your shameless team at Sahara Reporters. Rather, you blame Saraki Dino and Ben Bruce and the Minister of Health, who honestly opened up about the budget. You made me feel nauseating. A lady like you could condescend so low, I mean real low, to bring shame to other women. Anyway, it's very long. You can tell I just wanted to read part of it. Thank you very much, whoever wrote that email. Really appreciate you writing, and thank you for watching. Hopefully you will keep watching. The last email that I'll be reading is from Tony Adeola, and this person wrote me telling me about this lady. Her name is Oniyelu Fumilola Cecilia, and she's in dire need of a kidney transplant. The whole thing happened because she had C-section last year at a teaching hospital in Lagos, and there were complications from the C-section that affected her kidney. I don't understand so many things with Nigeria. How can C-section lead to your kidney being affected, and the same hospital will not take up responsibility to treat you to make sure that you're well? Anyway, they are trying to raise 9.3 million, apart from the fact that every week they spend 70,000 naira on dialysis. So please, if you're able to help this lady, please, this is the account information, how to donate money. And if you can't reach them, if you want to donate through us at Kawa Foundation, we will get the money to her. So please help her out however much you can. Please don't let us watch her die like that. So that's all the time that I have for emails today. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com. Alright y'all, it's been real. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola Bamishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.